happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, guys, definitely gonna want to see this one. So we got CNN's Anderson Cooper suffering a major meltdown after being called out for his insane narratives in this newest update, y'all. I'm excited to get into this one, see exactly how that one went down. So we're gonna get straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get straight into it, y'all. Check this one out.
It was surreal, but I got to tell you, I know what you're not showing here. Musk gave 7 specific examples off the top of his head of where the corruption and fraud were. I know you didn't play the clips. He was talking about a contractor that had a 3-month contract. He was paid for 20 years. He was talking about welfare benefits that were being paid to someone that was technically 150 years old. He was talking about line items in the Treasury that had no justification.
There's no any actual, like, he doesn't present any actual evidence.
Well, he's standing there in the Oval Office. Do you expect him to come in with 10,000 pages? And I have to be clear, to complain about this administration about transparency, when this president takes open questions on a daily basis, yet Joe Biden didn't show up for a press conference this 6 months, is insane. Well, these guys are being extremely transparent. They don't have to sit there and take the questions, but they do. It's all on the website. It's all out there.
It's not transparency to say things that have no factual background. I mean, to say we're cutting, we've found $1 billion or $1 trillion in waste with no specifics, that's just talk. That's not transparency.
It's 23 days in here, guys. 23 days. You're talking about 2.3 billion that was saved last year. These guys are saving 2.3 billion a day.
Right, but
it's incredible.
That's what they're saying. But where's the proof?
You're waiting. You're not going to be satisfied till he shows up with 10,000 pages. I think in about
10,000 pages. He's giving very specific things,
yes,
but he's not actually giving any evidence of that.
It's all going to come, because what they also said was, if we have to go to Congress, we'll go to Congress.
Right, but
we'll show where it is.
Some of the details that have come out, like the $59 million spent on luxury hotels, it's actually not.
Talking about the FEMA money that was abused for migrants. That was.
Yeah.
FEMA money for migrants, that's okay now?
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. Don't put words in my mouth.
So would you stop that? Would you stop that process?
Don't be a dick.
Oh, here we go. Now we're talking about putting words ironically in people's mouths. I mean, that's what CNN, these left-wing lunatics, are best at. FEMA spending $59 million, and against Donald Trump's orders, by the way. $59 million to house these illegal migrants inside these luxury apartments and hotels in NYC. I mean, come on, y'all. That's not where our FEMA funds are supposed to be going to. Anderson Cooper knows that, and look at it. He's caught.
Used for migrants? That was.
Yeah.
FEMA money for migrants, that's okay now?
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. Don't put words in my mouth.
So would you stop that? Would you stop that process?
Don't be a dick. What I'm saying is the portrayal by him is.
But what a weak, pathetic leftist narrative that is. And it's funny how Anderson Cooper all of a sudden is so worried about transparency because it didn't seem to matter so much, as Chris Sununu pointed out, during the 4 years of Joe Biden's administration. Joe Biden went 6 months without a single press conference. 6 months. Meanwhile, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are seemingly being completely transparent with everything they're doing. They're holding near daily pressers, speaking directly to the people, answering all the tough questions. Elon Musk just took every question the press threw at him in the Oval Office and explained exactly what he was doing. He even went into greater detail, which Chris Sununu also mentioned, as to what they're finding and what will likely be presented in the latest report, or probably the final report. But according to Anderson Cooper, it's not enough, right? He needs proof and evidence right now. 3 weeks into this administration, Elon Musk has to magically conjure out of thin air, through magic ability, he has to cast some sort of incantation that does a full analysis of the government's books, completes the audit, and lists line by line every single item, all the waste and all the fraud for Anderson Cooper. Otherwise, this administration isn't being transparent, and they have absolutely no proof for the claims that they're making. What a complete clown. Not to mention, we already have proof of abuse. And I think that's really where everything fell apart for little CIA Anderson Cooper. The moment Chris Sununu pointed to the $59 million that's being given to luxury New York City hotels to house illegal migrants, the moment he mentioned that story, that's the moment that Anderson Cooper knew that the jig was up.
FEMA money for migrants, that's okay now?
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. Don't put words in my mouth.
His narrative.
And the funny part about it all, I don't even think Chris brought it up. It was Anderson that walked into his own trap. He set it up for himself.
building had failed. And so what did he resort to? He resorted to an ad hominem, and of course attempting to build another narrative, this idea that Chris Sununu was just being a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Essentially what he was telling his audience was, just ignore everything that he just said. He's just being a big meanie. Yeah.
And I would say, you know, you lost the argument when you start to attack the man and not the argument. You know, you lost the entire thing.
I guess mentioning the facts means you're being mean. Oh, poor little baby. Holy crap. But again, Anderson Cooper's core claim that no abuse has been found, there's no proof of abuse, I don't know, I'm not so sure about that one. FEMA defying presidential executive orders and sending $59 million to New York City hotels to house illegal migrants kind of seems, I don't know, a little bit unconstitutional, a little bit abusive. The whole thing is abusive and totally unjustifiable. The idea that FEMA would be spending money on illegal migrants to begin with. This is something, by the way, that we mentioned months ago. But the Democrats told us, oh, it wasn't happening. No, of course not. That's not happening. Remember all the fact checks that were coming in during the hurricane season, where Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina were hit pretty damn hard, and FEMA under Joe Biden's leadership totally botched their response. Remember when people were pointing out that FEMA was spending hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars on the illegal migrant crisis? And people were suggesting that their priorities were a little skewed, and that probably had something to do with their failed, botched response. The leftoids told us that was fake news. Fake news. No, that never happened. Give me a break. It's obvious that Anderson Cooper is just chomping at the bit to discredit this stuff. He is a partisan actor who presents himself as just a neutral news presenter, and he once again got totally exposed, I think, by a very unexpected guest again.
Yo, there we have it, guys. That one coming from our friend Liberal Hive Mind. Definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those who want to go over there, check that entire thing out. Also, guys, to go over there and show our friend Liberal Hive Mind tons of love and support. He's a great guy. Oh my goodness, guys. Talk about instantly getting shut down. And that's another prime example of why we're seeing the viewership at an all-time low for these left-wing outlets like CNN, ABC, because they can't be transparent with their viewership. They can't tell the truth and people can see straight through it. I mean, to say that Elon Musk and Doge's findings don't have any, real facts or evidence that there's true fraud or wasteful spending is insane, especially when we got transparent night and day as far as from the last administration. Our White House press secretary is killing it, guys. Every single day coming out almost, with new findings. She's bringing the receipts to the briefings. She's not messing around. She doesn't have to refer you to anyone else. I mean, it's all right there in black and white. They can keep trying to play dumb or ignore the facts, but the folks can see it. Everyone across the nation can see it, and we're fed up, y'all. But definitely hop in the comment section, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts, what you guys are thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.